Oops. Hi everyone. Welcome. I hope that all is good today. And there we go. Why are you showing? Of course, everything decides to break suddenly as we go live. I love it. Love it so much. But anyway, hi everybody. I hope you're having a great Sunday. It is Hunter's Moon episode 3. And let's get started. So, Papa, what do you got planned for us? Why don't you give everybody a recap since we've been away for a couple of weeks?
All right, so when last we got together, the pack and their human compatriot had fled the village. The village had been attacked by vampires. You actually saw Eris's father decapitated by the jester-looking vampire.
Yes.
And he actually was in the process of using her father's head as a hand puppet. When everybody fled into the pool and into the spirit realm, and they were on their way to the next village or cairn.
Alrighty then. Wrong story, James. All right. So
No hobbits to Isengard. Bad James.
Where are we headed? What are we doing? Papa?
Yes, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said where are we going? What are we doing? Take the lead. Okay, master.
Okay, well, you're muted in the Discord, so that's why I couldn't hear you.
Oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. Thank you. I fixed it. Tech issues. It's been a while.
All right, so you're in the spirit realm. You're in the Umbra. You're on your way to the next village.
Okay.
So you can see things lurking off the main path. Actually, the spirit realm around where your village is darkening, almost as if it's become tainted.
Similar to the same taint that we arrived in the other village with?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just kind of helping escort the other villagers through and make sure that they get to wherever we're headed and picking a path to, I suppose, a different village.
I'm helping her with that.
Okay, what's everybody else doing? So you two are helping the villagers. Renan, what are you doing? Are you still kind of at odds because of the loss of Batty?
Yeah, I'm not. But I'm gonna look around. Like I'm gonna just look around the edges and see if anybody's come following behind or things like that.
I'm still kind of dragging Henry along. I haven't really let him go because I was the one that pulled him into the Umbra.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to puke.
Well, it's funny. The more you actually get exposed to it, the easier it gets each time. So you're not really having to deal with all that much. So Renan, I need you to roll a perception and awareness, or perception and alertness.
All right. 3, 5.
Okay, you do see off the path. It does look like something is watching the group.
Can I tell what it is?
No, it's more of a you sense the presence. You can't actually see it. You didn't get enough successes to actually see it.
Does it feel good or does it feel bad?
It's just that feeling of something's watching.
Oh,
you
okay.
can't tell
So
intent.
basically, I got nothing.
Yeah, you know something's watching, but you can't get intent from it.
Okay.
Sarantius, what are you doing?
I'm trying to just protect everyone. I want to be out front.
Okay. So the highest ranking member of the guard from your village is there. And he's of the mindset, and he basically, there's actually a clearing. It looks almost like a fairy circle in the Umbra. So he pulls the group together and he says, look, we can either go to the next village, or we can go to one of the strongholds. It's a little bit further. It may be a little bit more dangerous, but we'll have better protection when we get there. I'm going to leave this up for consensus. I'm not going to make all the decisions because that's not my job. I just protect people. I'm not a politician.
Honestly, even if it's more difficult, I think we should go get to the more barricaded place because the people will be safer in the long run.
So as they're kind of talking, I walk up and I ask them, what's going on?
Well, we got to figure out exactly where we're going to go. Because there is a more stronghold, safer place, but it's more difficult to get to and it's going to take longer.
We're talking another werewolf village.
It's a it's a cairn. It's
Okay.
a werewolf stronghold.
Okay. So I hear them talking about that as I come walking up, and I say I agree with Sarantius because there's definitely something out there. I don't know what it is or why it is, but there's something out there, and we need to get these people somewhere so we can move on with what we've been tasked to do.
It's going to be safety in numbers, too.
Well,
And there's a couple of kinfolk humans looking around, like, you know, because they've never been in the Umbra. Like,
they've never been yanked through the Umbra.
no, Henry has a little bit of advantage over them because he's actually been in the Umbra before. But it does look as though some may need some, for lack of a better term, fresh air soon because it's starting to get to them.
Okay.
Especially some of the younger children.
So do we vote or do we just...
Well, I suppose we can continue down the path until we can find somewhere that we can come out for a little while until they're more susceptible to being in here. Surprisingly enough, the Inquisitor's doing quite well. He hasn't
Do
puked
we know
yet.
how far away this place is that we need to go? This stronghold?
Well, the great thing about traveling in the Umbra is that we're going to cover more ground here than we would outside. But it's still going to take 12 to 18 hours, but we're covering a lot of ground. There should be another clearing where we'll actually be able to exit here within the next couple of hours. But the path gets narrow and the terrain gets treacherous. So be careful to stay on the path.
Okay.
And then we need to go ahead and press forward.
Agreed.
So as you guys move forward, I need Renan especially, and Syringes, since you're on guard duty and you've probably got your head on a swivel and you're probably observing everything, I need you to go ahead and roll a perception and alertness.
I think after everything we've already seen, all of us have our heads on a swivel.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody can.
So a perception and alertness. Okay, so perception and
Oh, great.
Yeah, you see the path. The path's there. The path's awesome.
That's good.
Okay. Henry notices it. That's awesome. Eris notices it. Yes.
I'm working on it.
And Cavella notices. So that's... And... Yeah, Renan's still kind of upset about the whole Batty thing. All right, so you see this little... Like, this fairy circle... I mean, you know, you have the stones and everything else, but in the distance, you can actually see this little... I don't know if you... Almost looks like a squirrel, but almost humanoid at the same time.
Ooh, squirrel.
But he's kind of peering through. Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
No, not really horrible. But almost looks like a sprite.
I'm picturing like a squirrel with Steve Buscemi's face. Like when his eyes go like that.
wow.
So like the sloth from Ice Age,
Yeah, like
Sid.
No, like this looks more like it has very squirrel-like features, but it's looks more like a small humanoid figure, but with like tufted ears and a little bit of a tail, but dressed very colorfully.
I'm just gonna grab Eris's shoulder and be like, "What the heck is that?"
If I knew, I would be happy to tell you, but I don't.
happiness.
Do you all know what that is?
I have no idea.
Not me.
No.
Does it look
Never
hungry?
seen it.
Does it look hungry?
As soon as you say, "Do you know what that is?" It looks up like, "Oh shit, they've seen me," and gone.
Like poof gone or runaway gone?
It doesn't matter. 1 minute it was there, the next it's not.
I think we're going with poofing.
Yeah, I would say poof.
Poofing is fun.
So, but you don't really as soon as it goes away, that feeling that you were being watched, Renan, is gone.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as that little creature ran away, you feel fine.
Perfect.
Now, as people pick up their kids and start leading everybody, the terrain does get more treacherous. The path literally starts spiraling around like you're going up a mountain trail, and there's a steep drop off to your left as you're following this trail before it branches off. And then you literally come to a crossroads. And it's kind of remember that poem, The Path Not Taken, right? You have one path where it looks, pristine and, it's well traveled. And then you have one that's covered with bracken and brambles and looks very treacherous. That's pretty much where you're at right now.
Let me guess which one we have to take.
The question is, I suppose we would have to think about the way a vampire would think. Would they expect us to take the well-beaten path or the other path?
Well, since we have old people and kids, they're
Nobody's
probably
gonna-
expect
yeah.
us to take the easy path.
No one's gonna think we're gonna take the difficult path.
So, like I said, guess which one?
Yep. We're gonna have to be
take.
slower, but I think it'll be worth it.
I
But
think
they
it'd-
might think that we know that they think that, and therefore
Oh.
we should take the other path.
Why is it
Gosh.
always the Inquisitor? Why is it
Gosh,
always
Inquisitor, why are you speaking?
Because I'm inquisitive.
Now, how could a pack make a pact when it's like this?
Do we hear
Lord.
that?
Yes.
Oh God, Batty.
What?
Excuse me?
And
We're gonna
you,
cry.
does anybody turn around and look behind you?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
turn around.
definitely. I'm looking around for Batty.
Yeah, she is trudging up the path. Worse for wear, blood covered.
I'm gonna run over to her, see if she's like hurt.
Yeah, she's actually missing an ear.
Oh,
Or Batty.
gives Batty more character.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she needs.
if Batty had any more character, she'd be a Disney cartoon.
That's true.
She might be. You
she
don't
might
know.
be.
Like,
Mad and Mim.
But yeah, she like her dress is torn. She's limping rather
More so than usual.
more so than usual.
I'm gonna tend to whatever's going on with her as best I can with whatever we've got.
Yeah, she goes, vampires can't travel this way. They have to have a soul. Vampires don't have a soul. They're dead.
Oh. Hi,
Vampires
Batty.
travel this way. Act like I didn't teach you anything in the years of your life you spent in our village. Why I oughta. And I mean, she starts.
Am I about to get like cuffed? Like,
Yeah, you might get a slight.
you might get a smack upside the head with her cane.
No, she doesn't have her cane.
Oh.
She doesn't have her cane. Sorry, she had to leave it behind.
103 Return of Batty.
But she does look at you, Eris, and she's like, "Oh, you come here."
Okay. And I walk over to her. Yes.
She takes your hand, flips it open, and drops 2 items into your palm.
I look at my palm. What did she drop in there?
Vampire fangs.
Cool.
These wouldn't perhaps belong to that
The jester thing.
amazing creature that decided to use my father's head as a puppet.
Where do you think my cane is?
Hopefully shoved up his ass.
Oh no, he'd like that too much. Straight through the heart.
God damn, Batty.
So I put the vampire teeth in, my pack and all that, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to wear those as a necklace later. Badass Batty. Might be the episode title for this week. Badass Batty.
But yeah, so you guys do have the area right there. But there is a place where you can actually see a pool where you'll be able to come out
Mm-hmm.
and at least get some fresh air.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys. So you can continue on,
Yeah, we're
or
gonna have a bunch of puking kids and old people if we continue on, right?
Yeah, we should probably also tend to Batty's wounds. So, yeah, let's go ahead and come out, and we'll come back in and continue on
Pop out the
after
pool.
a bit.
so when you guys get out, I mean this forest area is largely evergreen, and that altitude is quite a bit higher than what you left, so the air is a little bit thinner, and it's cold.
Awesome.
Like you can actually see snow in the distance.
Nice.
So, but once you're actually able to get out and breathe and everything else, a couple of the guardsmen actually go out and scout, and they actually bring back some game
And some firewood.
and some firewood, and actually start building a camp. That way, you guys can at least have some comfort. And for anybody who's actually Henry, do a roll. Just an intelligence roll.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a backward roll or something.
I
Do a barrel
can do that.
roll.
Might be difficult in armor, but
I mean, he might be able to pull it
intelligence.
off. I would say he pulled whatever he pulled off.
Okay, so you know that you guys have only been in the Umbra for maybe 6 to 8 hours. You know that the distance you've actually covered geographically is closer to 300 miles.
Jeez.
Okay.
So that's part of that. To you, that would almost explain part of the disorientation with you actually being in the Umbra and why some of the kinfolk were having the difficulty.
Okay.
But you've actually traveled 300 miles, and you're getting closer to the eastern edge of the empire, the Holy Roman Empire. You're almost getting to the channel. You're getting closer to home.
To his home, not our home.
Yeah.
Hang on. The eastern end?
Yes.
Okay, my geography is a little screwed now.
I'm sorry. You're western.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're getting towards the western border of the Holy Roman Empire. So you're getting closer to the channel. You're getting closer to home.
Cool. I smell the sea air. Well, not that close to the sea, but
No, right now you're smelling the mountain air.
yeah.
But everybody is able to relax, eat, gain their bearings, and who's tending to Batty?
Me.
Okay. So I need you to roll.
Hold on, I gotta talk in the chat for a minute. There we go. What would you like me to roll?
in intelligence and medicine.
Okay. I don't know why I don't have anything in medicine. Okay, we need to fix that. Can't live with Batty all that time and not have that. All right.
I have medicine if you need help.
Psst,
I think
gosh.
I've got basic medicine.
I have 3 points.
There's my roll.
Yeah, I have basic medicine.
18.
Okay, so okay, you're able to stop the bleeding. So basic compress, things like that. You can tell that like she's actually missing patches of flesh here and there. Like not just her ear, but it looks like she was clawed a couple times.
Do I notice any bite marks? I mean, I don't know what happens when a vampire bites a werewolf, but I'm sure my character knows. I don't.
No, it looks pretty much more along the lines of clawed.
Anything that's gonna like? I mean, are we worried for her life at this point?
The only thing that's really got you concerned is the bruising around her ribs.
Does it hurt when you laugh?
I don't know. Tell me a joke.
I don't know any jokes.
And that's just sad. Therefore, no laughter.
All you got to do is look at the Inquisitor's face, and you can laugh.
I was trying to come up with some kind of like Inquisitor joke in my head. Could.
Wow.
Well, you wanted to help.
Laughing doesn't hurt any more than breathing does.
Okay, she probably has broken ribs. Awesome.
Yeah,
Sweet.
breathing hurts.
Yeah, I was gonna say she probably got thrown around quite a bit.
Yes, she did.
Not
Vampire chew
the
toy.
good kind. Not the good kind.
So night passes. Everybody's able to eat and everything else. And now it's time to go back into the Umbra.
All right.
And you know that you have probably another 6 hours before you hit where you'll come out again.
Yay.
Mm.
Okie dokie.
So you guys enter the Umbra again. It's the same as before, except for this time entering the Umbra, you don't have all the taint. It has been corrupted. It actually feels a lot more free in this area, not as oppressive. So, let me type something in here real quick.
Perception and alertness roll just to make sure nothing followed us again.
Not that you can see. You don't have that feeling that anything's watching you this time. So.
Not Steve Buscemi's squirrel form.
And
I was thinking more Bruce Willis over the hedge.
Okay.
Wow.
What
Sometimes
is-
I need a visual.
what does the path look like in front of us?
It's still a really it's starting to widen out. And you're actually coming out of the mountains. You can actually see rolling farmlands, plains, vineyards. You're actually in France right now.
Oui,
Okay.
oui.
I hate France.
Wow.
Sorry. Just do.
So, definitely for the safety moving forward, the old people and the kids, the slowest people, are going to be near the front. So we'll pace all of them.
Yeah. And after about 5.5 hours, like literally, there's nothing on either side. You're not seeing any, hints of anything icky following or hunting or anything like that.
It's daytime, right?
It's daytime.
Only the
But
spooky
you
things
do-
come out at night.
Like us.
You do see off in the distance another pool, but this one's well maintained. There's actually stone steps going into the pool. Almost Roman aqueduct style or Roman bath style.
Okay.
And you can actually see what looks like a Roman settlement as far as the architecture goes, but it looks very well maintained. Some parts of it look like they've been reclaimed by nature, like they're in ruins, and there's vegetation and everything growing on them. But for the most part, it looks well used.
Interesting. Have we ever seen anything this maintained before?
Yeah, I mean, there's Roman ruins throughout most of Europe. And Henry could probably tell you there's still Roman bathhouses that are in use today, even in Great Britain.
Is there peep? Do we see anybody?
You don't see anybody in the Umbra right now because it doesn't work that way. You don't get to see stuff that's you can't see stuff that's going out in the quote unquote real world and the
So one of
non-spirit
us has
world.
to go out there.
Well, this is actually you can tell that they're starting to line people up to actually go through the pool because you guys are actually at the destination.
Okay. Before anybody goes through, I think it'd be a good idea to just go through and scout, just to make sure this place hasn't been hit as well. There's no sense in us walking into a trap.
I agree with that.
That's a really good point.
This
Okay,
is
so
another
who's going
wolfy
through?
place, right?
This is another wolfy place.
I will go through.
Okay. You go through. There's actually a woman, probably about mid-20s. She's surrounded by 3 or 4 kids, and she's actually washing her laundry. And you just kind of step out of the pool.
Oh, fuck.
Washing her laundry in the pool?
Then she just kind of sits back and she's like, "We weren't expecting anyone."
Where are we?
Surprise, bitch.
Who is we?
The people in this town.
How many of you are here?
She's like, "I can't count that high."
Wow.
Now,
Math.
do I know this is where we're supposed to be? And
Oh yeah.
I tell she's a werewolf as well.
No, she's you can actually tell by the some of the jewelry that she's wearing that she's kinfolk. She's not actually.
Okay. Okay. Well, we had to come here because our village was destroyed by vampires.
Wow.
Wow, just lay it on.
By what?
Lay it all out.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't got time
By
for it.
what?
By vampires, yes.
You know,
You heard.
vampires.
What's vampire?
Crazy demon with long teeth that bite people.
Okay, so that makes my husband a vampire then?
Not the kind of biting you like.
But when he changes, he has long teeth and he bites people.
Not the same.
Think of pale skin, red beady little eyes, and doesn't change into a werewolf and doesn't have hair.
Politician.
Yes.
Ha.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Or for anybody else watching, lawyer.
Yes.
So, she looks over at one of her oldest children and says, "Go tell them that we have company." And the kid just goes like, "Okay, you're gonna get me away from the crazy guy talking about people biting people." Okay. great, and he's off. He starts running. But yeah, there's nothing icky right here.
Are you gonna pop back in and tell us?
Yeah, I was gonna jump back through, tell everybody it's safe, they can come through.
All right. So I'm helping kind of usher people through and all that.
Yeah. All in all, you guys, between there about 75% of the villagers were actually saved. Okay.
And what
there's-
number is that?
Probably about 80 people.
Okay.
So lots of young kids, some old folks, but and of course the guards. But a majority of the adults stayed behind to make sure that the children had a way out. So there are quite a few orphans among the group.
Oh.
Shit happens.
Damn. Cervantes has no conscience, no give a shit, nothing.
Nope.
Stranches gives no fucks.
Exactly. I don't have a family. Why would I care?
I don't have one. They'll get used to it. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
Rip that shit off like a band-aid.
Look how I turned out without a family. Come on, kids.
You can be as big an asshole as me one day.
Wow. So I kind of like
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I just kind of urge Henry through
Push the children
the
along.
pool and kind of push him out the other side.
Yeah. Of course, with the number of people coming out of the pool, word is spread, and there's, of course, people that have decided to help. They're, ushering children into, I don't want to say holding area, but for lack of a better term, that's
Guest
what
quarters.
they're. No, not even really a guest quarters. Just you stay here until we figure out what the hell we're going to do with you.
Playpen.
Kind of.
Sounds better.
But yes, staging area, something like that. But anyway, yeah, they're all getting cordoned off. And then you see somebody approach. He's very, very well dressed. Long, white blonde hair, tied back.
It's an elf.
Wearing, huh?
I was gonna say it's an elf.
Shush you.
No
Legolas?
hobbits and no Legos.
I was about to say.
Yeah, no. But he, gold and silver, gold jewelry,
Chlorophyndle. Sorry.
but his eyes have a very familiar golden hue to them. You can tell that he's probably raged 1 or 2 times in his lifetime and lost control. He has almost predatory look about him.
Looks too pretty to be predatory, but okay.
Should we be afraid?
Um,
Does he seem welcoming?
he seems like he is the alpha of this village.
Okay.
He's actually barking he's barking orders, and telling people where they need to go and to bring supplies. And you can tell from some of the ornamentation that he's wearing that he's actually a member of the Silverfang tribe, which are the nobility in werewolf society.
All right, everybody. Act like you were raised right. We have to be respectful of this dude.
But and then
I don't think he's gonna like Henry. Henry, you might want to stand in the back.
Might be a good
Okay.
idea.
finally he gets to where you five are standing, and he's actually, well, 6 because Batty's kind of standing too. And she's with you guys. And I take it you're responsible for bringing this rabble to my home?
Is he addressing Batty or
just all of us?
All of you.
I wouldn't necessarily call them rabble. I would say the fact that our village was attacked by vampires, and if our village was still standing, we would have welcomed yours had the tides been turned.
And why would a vampire attack a ramshackle village such as yours?
They've been attacking them all. They've already burned at least 2 that we know of, including ours, down. But if you would like us to go elsewhere, we can.
Pretentious pup!
Are you referring to me?
Well, you kind of have your moments, but I was more referring to him.
Yeah, I think Batty's Batty's on the bat path instead of the war path.
And
She
I'm
should've
going
been
to let
speaking anyway
the
as
elder of our pack, who the only elder is still alive, speak. Batty.
Pack? I'm not a part of the pack. The pack makes packs, but the pack hasn't made any packs yet.
Batty,
part of
will
the
you
other
just
pack.
will you just talk to him, please?
But he's pretentious.
Yes,
Pretend
but
you're talking to me then.
you're not pretentious.
Which is why I said pretend she's talking
Oh,
to
fair.
me, because I'm not pretentious, so.
Batty just looks at him. And you can see he almost has a look of disgust, because for the werewolves, Batty has one of the positions of being a metis, so she is, for lack of a better term, looked down upon in most villages outside of your own.
She's not attractive.
No, she has a cleft lip, she has a club foot, she has some facial deformities, and of course her oddities while speaking. But she's just looking at him. He's like, fine. I'm sure my father will know what to do with the lot of you. Please follow me.
Well,
For fuck's sake,
Where
we're
do you
kissing
talk
ass
to
to someone who's
people?
not even in charge.
you're not even the alpha. Well then, all right. I look forward to meeting your father.
I know someone that needs an attitude adjustment.
Where's Batty's cane when you need it?
She shoved it in the
I
middle of the
left it in a
vampires.
vampire!
She left it in the middle of the vampire who killed my father. It's a very rightful place for her cane to be. For God's sakes,
Well,
we
now
can
I-
make her another one.
Well, fine. We need a new one to shove up this guy's ass.
I think he
he
might
already
like
has
it as
one up
well.
there. I think he already has one up there, so.
Good point.
So you make it your way through, and he leads you up to the main keep, or the main building of this area. And the first thing that hits you when you walk inside is the smell of roasted meat.
Yummy.
And ale and mead.
Yummy.
And it's kind of reminds you of the party when Henry first arrived. There's a lot of things going on. There it was a celebration of a harvest. This is more or less, from what you're able to gather, there was actually a skirmish between this village and a neighboring village, and this town came out victorious, and you actually see some people wearing some marks of slavery that they were taken captive.
Well, okay. Do I need to roll? Because I'm automatically pissed. That's fine.
And
Well, I was taken as a slave, so I have issues with this.
so I kind of reach with one hand and grab a hold of Renan's arm, and I'm like, keep it in check. Keep it in check. And I also
Run and roll. Run and roll.
What do you want me to roll?
rage check.
Rage.
And I also kind of lean over and whisper to Henry, I'm like, just stay close. The last thing that you need is the Inquisitors, you know,
Is it
them
just
finding out that
rage,
you're
or
an
is it rage and
Inquisitor.
something else?
Just
I'm
rage.
not an inquisitor.
You worked for the Order.
You're Inquisitor-ish. Hush.
Am I supposed to get my necklace ready?
No. Yeah.
Okay then.
But this is like a huge character issue here.
Renan's just like, let me at him, let me at him.
I still have slavery marks, I assume, so
Oh yeah, you've got
not
the
like people
you've
don't
got-
know.
you've got the whipping scars crisscrossing your back. I mean,
Honestly,
anybody.
I was a slow learner.
So my hand is on her arm at the moment.
Oh yeah, you can feel the muscles tense.
I'm about to fuck some shit
Renan?
up.
Renan?
So,
Am I noticing this?
oh yeah, she's not hiding it.
Shocking.
I'm very unhappy right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just slowly back away.
So if you're going to use your necklace, roll your gnosis check.
I don't remember what that is, but I'll find it.
It's the GNOIS.
I know, but I don't remember where it is.
Down in the middle.
It takes a while to get to it. There it is.
Let's see.
She had 3 successes.
Yeah, you bring her out of it.
I'm not happy to be out of it, but
I was gonna say.
No, but you'll live with it.
Yeah. So yeah, you were all full of rage. You were ready to get all righteously indignant, and then calm.
Denied.
Just took all the fire out of your sails, and you're just.
I just look at Cavella and say, when we leave, they're coming with us. And I walk
That's
away.
fine. That's okay. Fine.
The blonde looks back. He's like, as soon as the servitude is up, they'll be freed.
Oh,
And
fuck,
when
let me
would that
re-roll.
be?
Somebody wants his head taken off.
Oh, shit.
I suggest you shut the fuck up, Blondie, for once, please. No one is talking to you.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wait a minute. She just challenged it. Okay. Hold on. You know, I didn't anticipate combat, but y'all said, hold my beer, watch this.
That was Renan.
You're the one who put slaves in this fucking town.
Okay.
Some werewolves just want to see the world burn. What can I say?
Smite thee, indeed.
Oh,
feeling a
mighty
little
smiter.
Smite me, O mighty smiter. Tell me who to smite, and they shall be smoten.
Thank you.
So literally, you two are about to square off.
With Point Break over here?
Are we trying to you know, at least hold Renan back?
Did I rage again?
Um,
That was your roll, wasn't
no,
it?
actually,
I thought I...
you
That's
you
good.
you were successful, but your but Blondie, as Cavella called him, he's actually advancing towards Cavella.
Oh no.
Oh, hail to the no!
Because she actually challenged his authority and said, "You know what? You just need to shut up."
So
Well, she said,
are
"Shut
we
the
seeing
fuck up."
this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I assume we all just move like as one.
Yeah,
and
all of
she
us just kind of
develop.
crowd around her and stand in front of her.
I'm just standing still looking at this guy. 'Cause, fuck.
Now, if you want her, you'll have to go through us.
And that's how the fight started.
And that's how some real shit just went down.
Hold on. I have to roll. Because let's see if she's just crazy enough to do this.
Oh boy, Batty.
Oh, Batty, let's do it.
Unleash the Batty.
Should that be like an attack that we have? Like Batty on
Throw
the-
a Batty.
Just throw Batty.
Hurl a Batty at someone.
What is
Throw
Batty?
like a
Is Batty a
Pokeball.
Pokemon now?
Yes.
Batty, I choose you.
You're all fucked. I just chose Batty.
Wow.
No, Batty is kind of like she's like our police dog. They're cute and cuddly until there's a bad guy. Then there's no stopping them.
Yeah, Batty gives no fucks. So,
Oh gosh.
actually, all she does is she goes over, grabs his ear, and says, "Now you'll come with me."
Oh my god.
Oh God, I love that.
Batty's Batty's that Italian grandma who don't give a fuck.
There you go,
And
Batty.
for the YouTube, I have to read this comment. Batty is fucker. I just chest fucked a gay vampire. I'm in no mood.
There you go. With my cane and now.
Yes.
So,
Wow. So I guess we're just following behind Batty as she's dragging Point Break
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
path. Okay.
because what she's doing is she's actually following the looks of the laughing servants, because they're all chuckling as she's escorting this pompous, arrogant ass, and then they're looking in a direction to see if there's a reaction. So Batty's
Should we look
just
in that direction.
oh yeah, no, like it leads up to the stairs and everything else. But right now is probably a good time for a break.
Okay.
So that way we can get up, stretch, because I know Pagan needs to get up and stretch because of her legs. So,
Yes.
but yeah, so we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I will be right back. What you're seeing here? No, stay. Okie dokie dokie. I was gonna say Amy had nom noms. We are. Who's wanting to play Elder Scrolls? Your deck is feeling chatty, isn't it? Who's annoying you? Hi everybody. Sorry about that. I didn't realize my thing wasn't muted because apparently all of my scenes move for the Hunter's Moon, it puts them all as audio files as well, even though they're not. So it's lovely and adorable and I hate it so much. Anyway, sorry about that. It's always good. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and apologize for advance. You'll probably be able to hear mine and Pagan's daughter, as she's loud and inconsiderate, but she's 7, so she can get away with it. So basically, you follow the eyes as all the servants are laughing as Batty is escorting this cursing 6-foot-tall blonde by the ear, and just eventually till it gets to the staircase. You follow the staircase up, goes up about 2 stories until you're in front of a very large ornate door that is covered in werewolf glyphs.
So I politely kind of knock and then I just push the doors open.
Speak, friend, and enter.
So as you enter, there is a very old, very what's the word I'm looking for? Ornate mantle and fireplace. And standing in front of the fireplace, looks to be somewhere in her mid to late 40s, early 50s. Very statuesque. She's gone gray at the temples, but she has the same color hair as the blonde that Batty's escorting, and the look on her face basically says that she will not suffer nonsense.
Okay.
Is this the parent of the blonde thingy?
Yes, this is the parent of the blonde thingy.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna ask, are you responsible for this one?
As I'm reminded every day, every year on the day of his birth, yes.
My condolences.
He's
Also-
a general all-around pain in the ass.
Yeah. So yes, I would say that I would turn to her and go, right. So since he belongs to you, he was disrespectful to our elder here, the one that has his ear, and Brennan, what would you say, that he was disrespectful for the fact that he took slaves?
I find it offensive personally. I mean, it's not our way, but it might be their way. It's a wrong way. It's a human thing. I try to say that as insulting as possible.
Wow.
Hush. Human.
She looks to Batty, and Batty releases the young wolf's ear, and he kind of gets sulky, and you can tell he's about to say something, and his mother just looks at him and tells him to shut up.
Shh, adults are talking. My personal favorite insult.
You're not in a rune, so I don't know why you're holding yourself as such.
I'm presuming, for those who don't know, that would be the alpha.
Yeah, the Arun is a warrior.
Oh, okay.
He and when he moves, you can actually see he actually has a talisman that actually denotes him as a Ragabash, which is a trickster.
So he's enjoying being Turkey and trying to convince people of something that he's actually not.
Right. And then Batty, you see Batty just walk up to the fireplace, and she looks at the poker, she taps it against the palm of her hand, and then she holds it out to the older woman.
Somebody about to get their ass beat, and it's not me.
And all of a sudden, you don't hear any more complaining because you're pretty sure that he just scaled out the window and downstairs because he is gone.
Later.
But he's like, okay, so now's the time for the pack to try to make packs, right? So the pack makes packs, and
Hi, Batty.
I'm gonna go sit down because I'm hurting. And she literally like shuffles out the door, and you can hear her grumbling get softer and softer as she goes downstairs. And so the alpha of this cairn, this town, looks. You says, the pack makes pacts.
It's, I think, Batty's way of saying we make alliances and friendships.
Because of my past job, do I know this, Alpha?
You know that she is the widow of the previous alpha of this cairn.
Have I ever done any work for them?
Maybe one or two small jobs.
Enough that she'd remember me.
You've never had any direct dealings
Okay.
with her.
Well, then I'll let someone else talk to her.
Okay, so who are you supposed to be making these pacts with?
I reach into my pack and I pull out the vampire teeth. And I just set them on the desk and I say, do you know what those are?
I'm gonna guess fangs.
Obviously. They're vampire fangs. Conveniently pulled out by the crotchety one that just walked downstairs, Batty.
And why would vampires attack your villages?
That's a very good question. It's a question that we're still trying to answer. It wasn't our village first. It was actually hers, and I point to Kavela. Everyone but her was killed. Women, children, everyone.
I thought her village was attacked by soldiers of Rome.
No, they showed up to observe the attacking after.
Ah.
So packs. I almost wish the delusional one was still here.
I suppose we could fetch her for you, but she'd probably just tell us no.
She needs to rest.
All right. So, do you have any other information? Was there anything else?
Who wants to tell her about the jester vampire?
So, I take a very deep, shaky breath, and I say, he said something about Malkavian. He reminded me of a court jester of the old kings. Or at least what I know of them. I believe that he was the one that those fangs came out of. He was also the one that ripped my father to shreds and used his head as a puppet.
Unfortunately, that isn't ringing any bells. Oh,
Do you know anything about Brennan? What did Batty say? Something about spiral something spiral shell.
Black spirals.
Black spiral. Right. Black spirals. And
she actually gets kind of pale at the mention of black spirals.
Do we still have that paper?
I look at my pack and is it the? Are you talking about the one that's made of human skin?
Yeah, that one.
I look at my pack and I just kind of go, ew. And I just slowly pull it out and like 2 fingers hold it and I'm like, here, you can open that. Well, I've opened it enough.
Who are you holding it out for?
The alpha.
She takes it and she just kind of flops it down on the table, and it makes that skin sound.
Ew.
You know, Matt brought to you by Ed Gain.
Oh, jeez.
But so, and she opens it, and yes, it's got that supple skin leather sound as it's being opened. Yep, floppy skin hero. But then she sees the, of course, perfectly drawn black spiral, and she's like, "There's legends, there's prophecy."
We'll start with both.
Start with both. Okay, so... Oh, God. Grab a seat. This is going to take a minute.
So, I'll just curl up and find a
All the
seat.
puppies curl up at the fire. And
I just sit in the
Story
back.
time! Story time! No. She tells you, basically about the lost tribe known as the White Howlers. And how they sought to gain Gaia's favor by completing a ritual known as dancing the spiral. The problem is, while doing this, you open yourself up to negative entities and corruption, and basically, yeah, yes, you are dancing on the Ouija board. Dance Dance Revolution Ouija board. Yes.
circa 1100.
You know, but what happened was this tribe, the Thairges, would use the younger members of the tribe to try to dance the spiral, because all the members of this tribe were Thairges. They were all mystics.
So like whirling dervishes almost.
Kind of, sort of. And what happens is eventually all of them became corrupted and misshapen. And the legends say that when you see one in wolf form, they're often covered in mange. And they'll look like they're foaming at the mouth.
Wait, wasn't that creature, the thing that we, her village that came out after us, that had the parts that looked mangy?
Sounds like that.
Hmm.
There was parts of other things too, though. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it wasn't just wolf.
Yeah, the wolf parts on that creature match up with what she's told you. But that doesn't look like any magic that any werewolf that you know would do. Even one that's that corrupted. But
That's
she
just
does.
some heinous stuff right there.
But she does tell you that there is a prophecy that there is one surviving member or a surviving family of that tribe that has yet to be corrupted, and they may hold the key to saving that tribe.
I'm going to regret asking this, but where would this tribe be?
I wouldn't know. I mean, if you're...
They must have a Batty person. I mean, not quite like Batty, I'm sure, because she's an original, but they must have a healer or a mystic.
Do you have
or
a
legend
mystic
keeper.
or a shaman in your tribe?
Yes, of course. If you look for the hut at the edge of town, close to the well.
There's always a hut at the edge of town.
That's the way they like it.
I know.
Well, it's like Batty said,
Just seeing my future, that's all. Shacked down by the tracks.
I suppose my next question for you would be, what of the survivors of our village? Are they safe here?
Of course. Regardless of what my son may have told you, they be put to work, but they'll have a roof over their heads, food in their bellies, but they will be expected to pull their own weight.
As they would in any village.
A lot of orphans in that group.
Yes.
Well, we have a lot of childless homes, so they should be well cared for. Maybe I'll even trade in my own for one of your survivors.
As long as we don't have to take him.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more than welcome to take him with you, of course.
He wouldn't last long.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm pretty sure that he might meet a dagger in his sleep if he was with us.
Wow. So, yeah, she gives you the directions for their version of Batty. And she folds up your piece of skin and hands it back to you.
Okay.
Their version of Batty isn't called Nutty. I'm going to riot.
Now somebody in the chat said Batty, Scatty, and Catty.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, so I dropped the
no
skin.
scat. No scat. We don't do that.
I dropped the skin image back in my pouch. Along with the fangs. And put them back in my bag as well.
Yeah. No, of course, people are still laughing. By the time you guys leave her, and people are still chuckling about the comeuppance the son got and being escorted by the metas. Now, when you guys exit, I mean, the hut's really easy to see, and actually, it's not really a hut per se, but it's a building that's still true to the original Roman architecture. It's just really old, and it's got a thatched roof. But it's right by where you guys came out of the pool, so it's right by the bath area. Looks like at one point in time it might have been the bathhouse. But you can definitely see the dried herbs hanging in different odds and ends.
Okay. Renan, should we knock on the door?
Sure.
Oh, who is it now?
God.
And the door opens, and he looks like he's mid-60s. He's got crazy white hair that kind of flies off. But he's like covered in runic tattoos. Like every piece of exposed flesh is covered in werewolf runes.
So it's like the Doc from Back to the Future, but
I was literally thinking
in
the same
tattoos.
thing. It's darker brown, but like a tattooed version.
And I was thinking Mad Max from Princess
The
Bride.
Enigma.
Yeah, kind of a
Oh yeah,
Miracle Max. Miracle Max.
Yeah.
Miracle Max. Yeah.
Nice.
Have fun storming the castle.
No, which are I'm your wife.
I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
We're not nerds.
We just proved our geekdom right there. So, but no, he's like, well, what do you want? I'm a busy man.
We have some
And
skin
see-
we'd like you to look at.
Well, I'm not as young as I once was, but I mean,
You'll give it a shot.
all right then.
Well. So I'm like, not that kind of skin. It's no longer attached to someone.
kinky.
It's not
Whoa!
that kind either. No. No.
I reach in my
no,
bag and
no.
again pull it out, holding it out, and I'm like, here, look at this.
And he takes it. He goes, human.
Ew.
25-ish.
Ew, did he lick it?
He licked it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna step back a little bit now.
Oh god.
And it's like, he flips it open and goes, well, that's something you don't see every day. Oh, it's a black spiral.
We
He's
know
just
that.
holding it up and looking at it.
Do you know anything about it?
Just as much as anybody else.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, more than most, but
Don't know anything, so let's hear it.
and he pretty much tells you the same thing that the Alpha told you. But he's heard rumors that the surviving family is hidden somewhere.
Hidden somewhere.
Somewhere.
Not here.
Over the rainbow?
Obviously.
I was about to say that.
Do you have a generalized direction?
They live in the Umbra?
No, nobody lives in the Umber all the time except for the Fae. Maybe the Fae would know. The Fae might know.
Oh, time to go talk to Squirrel Boy.
Squirrel Boy.
Whatever that thing was we saw.
It looked like a squirrel, but wasn't a
It had
squirrel.
a face.
Oh, it must have been a Pooka.
A Pooka.
Excuse me? What'd you call me?
Do I know what a Pooka is from Living with Batty?
Yeah, they're a type of Fae.
Is there a way to attract this certain type of fae?
Love it, Pooka.
Like, I know some
Wow.
like blue marbles, but what are the other ones like?
These actually prefer milk and honey.
Milk and honey. We can do that.
All right.
Yeah, he actually starts rattling off. He goes, Pooka like milk and honey. Knockers like broken things. She like pretty things. And then the trolls like laws.
Are we all gonna go?
But I don't know if the Fae would actually know anything, but they might. I mean,
Can't hurt to ask.
you could always tell them that they have to acknowledge the
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the Discord. The old pacts that they used to have with our kind.
Okay. Oh.
And just stay away from the red caps. They'll eat anything. Or anyone.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And
Good night.
We shall be on our way.
so I take the skin and put it back in my pouch, and
Every time you say that, it just gets funny.
it just gets worse and worse and worse.
I mean, you can leave that here. You don't have to take it.
No, we better take it.
I mean, but it.
For all we know, it's like the damn Declaration of Independence and
Right.
map or something.
Well, let me get the different
Yeah.
the glasses and check the other side.
On specs on.
And the rabbit hole keeps on going. We just keep proving our.
Yeah.
Stop.
The nerd is strong.
Stop.
The geekdom is strong with this one.
So are we all going?
Yeah, I
Or some
think
of us?
so. Because, as Batty would say, the packs and whatever.
Well, I think
Something.
Batty should stay here.
Yes, I believe Batty should stay here.
Maybe Henry
That
can
old
stay
bat's
here,
still
too.
alive?
You know Batty.
Wow. Hey now. Hey. I don't know if you've looked in a mirror recently, my friend, but you were on the other side of young.
Well, I have to look at a mirror when I'm doing the tattoos. Like, especially around this area.
Yes, Batty's still alive. Thank you.
She's in the main house. All right.
Okay, well, I've told you what I know.
Henry, do you want to stay here?
You think that
Tattoos? Do you want tattoos? Hold on. And you see him grab this vial of woad and a nail.
And a nail. Woo, prison tattoo. I love it.
I don't think it would be in our human friend's best interest to leave him with a group of werewolves that he doesn't know.
Okay.
Oh, we'll just
Because the ones I do know love me so much.
we'll just tattoo him a bit. It'll be fine. Let's see.
Tattoo a big Roman cross on his forehead.
Damn.
Jeez.
Maybe you can tattoo this one some manners.
Oh, there's not enough ink for that.
Henry,
Wow.
someday you're going to take a slight accidental fall off the cliff.
Been there, done that.
Hmm.
Right. Anyway, thank you for your help. We'll be on our way, and then.
But yeah, so who's going to be attempting to contact the Fae?
Guess we're all going in. I don't know who's going to do the contacting.
We might need to get some honey before we leave.
Well, yeah. I mean, we haven't left yet. We're still making our plan. I don't know. Is it me because I've lived with Batty that I have to do it?
Probably a good idea.
I mean, you're the mystic in training.
Yeah,
I know nothing
I
about
get
this.
smacked around a lot, and I carry a lot of heavy things, and I crunch a lot of herbs. That's pretty much what she has me do. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll try.
Okay. Well, you know that it would probably be easiest if you can locate a fairy circle or
We passed
We
one,
conveniently know where one is.
that.
and you think we don't pay
See, we were
attention.
listening.
Didn't pay attention.
So, yes, you do know where one is.
Oh, it was like 6 hours away though.
Road trip.
the only one we know.
True. I guess we could ask if there was one close. Somebody knock on his door again.
Oh, fine. So,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
He opens it. He goes, okay, so to go means to leave.
yes. Where's the nearest fairy circle?
Please.
Probably where the nearest fairies are.
Know where those are.
Yeah.
Can I roll for rage?
Jesus.
Do you know where those are?
See, there you go. That's the appropriate question right there. You want the appropriate answer? You ask the appropriate question.
Oh my god, it's like living with Batty's evil twin.
I'm the good twin.
Wait, what?
Are you sure? Okay.
Batty's the evil twin. Okay, so no, you're gonna go into those woods right there. You're gonna walk for about 30 minutes. You're gonna come up to a waterfall and a clearing. There's a fairy circle right there.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.
See? Okay, now you're gonna go, which is the opposite of stay.
Yeah,
Do,
we're
wait,
gonna-
No,
do
we're
you have
gonna
any
say-
honey?
We'll get some in town.
Oh, God. He goes, do I? Oh, no, that's been steeping my mushrooms.
Wow, he really is Batty's evil twin.
Like the first one he's like, no, that's not for you. And okay, yeah, you can take that one. There you go.
Okay.
We'll milk a goat on our way out.
All right.
Like a drive-through, but for goat's milk.
Henry should.
We have a cow.
Oh, I'm sure Henry's milked cows in his past. Get on it, kid.
With his mouth.
Wow.
Poor Henry's so abused.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come into our world, bitch.
Damn.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah, just brutal. All right, so you've got the honey.
Daddy B's got the honey.
So, and yes, this one is mushroom free. Okay,
I was
so
gonna make Henry drink it again.
yeah, no tea either. So I take it someone is going to collect milk on the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care who collected it. It was collected.
Okay.
So
And now we're walking 30 minutes into the,
Yes.
which I
Yes.
assume we'll hear before we see.
yes, you do hear the small waterfall. So
Okay.
it's probably about 10 feet high. So I mean, it's just a really small waterfall. It's nothing, outstanding. It's not like you're walking up to Niagara Falls or Angel Falls or anything like that. But it's definitely a very nice, calm spot in the woods.
I want to go swimming.
I wouldn't
Eh,
do that.
I
if
wouldn't
were
do
you.
that. It's probably quite cold. You know,
No, I'm more
considering
worried
there's
about
snow.
sprites and all kinds of other shit in that pond.
But you do see the fairy circle, and the stones are well worn, covered in lichen. And if you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd almost say that they were just naturally there because they've been almost worn smooth.
Mm-hmm.
But upon closer inspection, you can actually see that at one point in time they had very detailed carvings, and you can still see parts of them, but you can't see all the details anymore.
So, we basically just put out the milk and the honey and sit back and wait.
So you're all waiting. Has anybody started a fire? What are you doing?
I'm sat here singing Kumbaya.
Wow.
He's always so helpful.
And Probably a couple of courses of Michael row your boat ashore too while you're at it.
Surprised he's not on his knees praying. They waste a lot of time doing that.
I mean, I think that after all that he's seen, he can realize that his god might be obsolete.
There is no god.
Ow. You know, comments like that just make me glad I'm quitting vaping after this week, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because that kind of hurt sinuses right there. But no. So what's everybody doing while you're waiting for whatever to show up?
I'm meditating.
I'm
Meditating.
standing on guard.
Okay.
I went and gathered some wood and all that, and I'll start the fire.
Okay.
Sharpening my sword.
That's what they're calling it these days. Okay.
Ow!
Yes,
Playing
there are
with
many
this-
bushes rustling.
Oh
Playing
my
with
god.
this cross.
Chat, I'm sorry about the savagery today. You think that it was Savage Saturday, but it's actually Sunday? Damn.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah, you have to do Savage, Papa. Yeah.
Just all of them.
All of them. Good lord.
Alright, so you're sharpening your sword. Cavella, what are you doing?
I'm gathering some herbs.
Gathering herbs. Okay. So you guys have been sitting there. You're like, and eventually you hear some rustling. Like, and you hear a voice.
Okay, so you offer me stuff, but then you never talk. Nobody ever says, "Hey, hello, I need assistance."
Okay, so
Hi. We need
I mean, you
assistance.
just make an offering and just what am I
We've
supposed to do? I
never
don't know
done
what the
this
fuck you
before.
want.
We have no idea what we're doing.
I've done it before, but you keep interrupting. I'm trying to meditate and get into this wave. Like I saw
Okay, I'm
Batty
gonna
do
walk
it.
over. I'm gonna put my hand over Eris's mouth. Now, no one's interrupting.
I mean,
I always thought we had to come at you very respectfully.
oh, that's only if I mean, it depends on who you're making offerings to. I mean, you're asking for a Pooka. I just keep it real. It's fine.
Is fucking Pooka Cartman?
Is this the one that I saw before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It is okay. Okay, well, in the spirit of keeping it real, why were you following us the other day?
I don't know. Why were you all traipsing through with like 75 screaming, crying, whining, runny-nosed things?
No, I just grab, Cavella's hand and because our village was burned down.
I'm gonna take my hand.
Bring forth the skin.
And Henry comes out of the bushes holding a sword.
What's all the commotion about?
I would say,
Hello.
Oh, God damn it.
I'll achieve this.
Yeah, so I pull
That's
out
what she said.
I pull out the fangs and I pull out the thing and I'm like, here, there, that's what they were referring to, not the human.
Ignore the human. The rest of us do.
Okay, first of all, this is disgusting.
Truth indeed.
Second?
This kind of hurts to look at, so I'm not going to look at it anymore. Poof! It's gone.
Oh shit. Hope we didn't.
I hope we didn't need that.
It's kind of tough now.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs like 18 inches by 16 inches of human skin? That's just gross.
Did you at least look
Eh?
at the spiral on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as you did that, that's important.
Do you know how we can find the family?
So a mama wolf and a daddy wolf, they
No,
really
no,
love each
no,
other.
no, no, not that kind of family. Good lord.
So last remaining family.
What was the family called? The snow. Oh fuck! I don't know.
She never said their name. She said they were
Or what they were
the last
known as.
surviving family of the black spiral dancers
Dancers.
or walkers. Or
Oh no, there's plenty of black spirals around. You're probably talking about the last of the white howlers.
Those,
White
yes.
Howlers, That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not the appropriate Pooka to ask for that. Nope.
Would you introduce us to the one who we could ask?
Which is the right Pokemon?
Henry has now become Jamaican, apparently.
Well, I don't know.
He thought I was
if-
still muted, so
If
apologies.
if he gets into Batty's herbs, he might be. I don't know.
Wow.
Get into Batty's herbs.
Can we get... May we have an introduction?
Okay, so, mind your manners, and think positive thoughts.
Going to Neverland?
You've never been to oh god. So this is going to be interesting. I'm probably going to get in so much trouble, but it's going to be so much fun. Mischief.
Yay! Managed.
Not managed yet. Just starting.
So, right. All right, everybody in the circle.
Okay.
I just tentatively walk into the circle.
I just grab a hold of his shirt and I yank him into the circle. I'm like, come on.
Did you see what he did to that piece of skin? It's gonna like, you know.
If you keep talking,
Poof
yeah,
is
he's
all.
gonna poof you. Hush
Mind
now.
your manners and no one will
Well,
get pooped.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Positive thoughts right now.
So literally, like, you actually see the stones all light up in sequence, like, and they're lighting up faster and faster until it looks like just
The fifth element.
yeah.
Literally,
Yes.
I got super dizzy thinking about that.
And then there's a flash of light.
Oh, eyeballs.
Yes, like you've been playing Call of Duty with Ginger.
Flash out!
Don't complain. Come on.
And then once it dies down, actually kind of like when the TARDIS takes off.
Ah,
That
Nice.
So once the flash dies, it looks like the Umbra, but where the Umbra that you're used to is all, shades of white and gray. This is vibrantly colorful. Like
Purples,
Going f-
blues, pinks.
like everything is vibrant. You would almost say that the sky was shimmering. Because
Not
I
yet
mean,
anymore.
you are not.
Alrighty
Well, this
then.
is pretty.
It is.
Did somebody slip me mushrooms?
No, you didn't have any more of Batty's tea.
Okay.
Or her mushrooms. Or the other one's mushrooms? The honey mushrooms.
So you see creatures like walking by, very well dressed. You see a couple people walking by, dressed all in red, very pale skin, but looks like their cheeks have been heavily rouged. White hair, very flamboyant eyebrows, like their eyebrows actually like almost curl like a villain's mustache.
Okay.
and they look like they're tinkering with something as they're walking. You see a rather large individual with blue skin, very carries himself with an air of authority. See several Pookas, like all like bouncing back and forth, like, you know, flitting. Some of them carrying packages, some are, you know, just looks like they're frolicking and cavorting and having a good time. So, and then in the distance you actually see a palace, and I mean, that is the only phrase that comes to mind. It is in different shades of purples, greens, pinks. I mean, almost as if you're looking through a prism. For lack of a better term, that's what you see. You also see different creatures, you know, just different animals that you haven't seen in the real world. You do see, you know, you'd swear you saw a dragon like curled up underneath a tree, snoring with smoke curling out of his nostrils as he snores.
Is our Pooka still with us?
Yeah.
Is that a dragon?
Oh no, it's a big lizard.
Okay, so it's a dragon then.
It's a dragon. Got it. All right.
Well, dragons are just big lizards that, you know, breathe smoke and fire. I mean, that's all they are.
Yeah.
So your other Pooka friend, where might they be?
Oh no! Did I? You're not going to be talking to another Pooka.
Oh,
I'm gonna talk to that blue guy, but
No, we had to get through him to get in there.
we're going in there.
Well, yeah.
and just out of curiosity, how often do the Fae bring werewolves here?
Every once in a while, sometimes a werewolf will stray off the path, and we have to get him back on the path.
All right. So should we go talk to the big blue guy?
You can talk to the big blue guy. I'm going to stand there and be quiet.
I'm going
Who's
to
the most formal out of all of us?
I just turn and look at Henry, and I'm like, "You went to school for this, didn't you?"
To school for what? Talking to
Negotiations.
big blue guy? I went to school for church.
Well,
and then I
isn't
went to
that-
the Crusade.
Isn't that where you talk to people?
Can we not say the C word,
Crusades?
Yeah.
please? That is just painful to my soul.
Which one?
Hush, honey.
Church, yeah.
I
Oh,
have 2 in politics.
let me see what I've got.
There you go. Renan's got the skills.
Well, let's see who else has got skills. I
You said
yeah.
politics?
and I have a 3 in etiquette.
I got a 1 in etiquette and a 0 in politics.
I've got 0 in both of them, so.
Me swing sword.
Where is politics?
Knowledges.
Knowledge.
Yeah. Knowledges and skills.
Yeah, I got nothing in politics.
I have 1 in politics, and what was the other one we needed?
Etiquette.
Etiquette.
I've got 2 in that.
I have 0 in etiquette.
Alright.
So
Right. So she's not a lady, ladies and gentlemen. She is not a lady.
I keep to the shadows and kill people with a bow and a dagger. No,
The shadow.
The Shadow Nurse. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a different character. Sorry.
So that's a 5. That's a 6.
so who's doing the talking? Is it Henry or?
I guess it's he's got a 2 and I've got a 5.
Oh,
All right, so I'm gonna make the introductions, right? And then I'm gonna stand there and be quiet and hope and pray that he doesn't look at me. Okay?
Well, tell him you said hi.
I have to say hi anyway. I'm just gonna hope he forgets that I'm there.
Damn.
I will make sure he doesn't.
Okay, that was a good roll. We'll save that result. I like that roll.
Well, I
All
figured
right.
it was going to be whether I was pre-rolling for whether or not he's going to accept talking to me.
All right, so he leads you over there.
Okay, so yeah. Hi. So they need to speak with somebody that knows more than I do, and that's practically everybody. And
He starts rambling.
Okay, I'm just going to kind of step in front of him and not really bow, but try to show some sense of
Just bow.
respect.
Right.
However it is, whether it's a head nod or a bow or whatever.
Or a curtsy.
Courtesy.
Doubt there'll
Oh,
be a
God.
curtsy. Very much doubt there'll be a curtsy.
Your lordship.
And he looks at you, and he takes a breath, and you're expecting this big baritone voice, and instead you get, okay, so. Just because
Okay, I
it just
don't laugh. I keep a straight face.
But it's Jar Jar Binks.
no, I'm kidding. That's not the voice you get. But anyway,
Oh, you should totally run with that voice.
I should totally run with this voice. Okay, I'll run with this voice. Let's see how far we get with this voice. Okay. So. Wow, I lightheaded with this voice. All right. If you would, please follow me. And as he says that, the doors open, and it's kind of like, think walking through Hogwarts, because you see the artwork on the walls. It's actually moving, so kind of like Hogwarts with the portrait galleries. Only, there's different fantasy scenes, so there's unicorns and
Oh, that kind of fantasy. Got it.
not the dirty kind. Come on, this is
Oh no, she was thinking about seeing Henry getting stabbed.
Maybe. By a unicorn.
Wow.
Shanked by a unicorn.
Hey.
Alright,
you
so
doing?
as we're following behind him, I'm going to turn around and kind of whisper to all of them, like, don't touch anything and behave.
I slowly put down the vase that I just picked up.
Roll a dex check. You said you picked it up. You roll a dex check.
Oh, fuck.
You fucker. You fucker. I will murder you, Henry. I will.
Oh, fuck.
And Henry dies.
No, he got one success.
You got one success. So basically, he's just being a smartass, and then he's like actually starting to drop it, and he's like, oh, stop.
Can you stop touching things?
I literally just turn around and grab his hands
Already
and go,
not gonna like
no,
you.
bad human.
oh
Stop
my
it.
god, we can't take you anywhere.
Next time, I bind your hands.
Probably like that. Weird.
So, blue guy leads you to the end of the hall, and another doorway opens, and it is a very opulent throne room. The people in this room are very, very well dressed, very tall, very slender, very angular features, pointed ears.
Yes,
elves.
Sam, it's elves.
And everybody's dressed in the colors of spring and summer. And you actually see a throne, and you can see a dais, and there's two thrones and two people occupying said thrones. And he leads you forward, and of course all conversation stops, and everybody turns and in the court turns and stares as, let's see, 4 werewolves and a human are.
We look like hell too.
Oh yeah, yeah, because nobody has
We've been
actually
through some shit.
Nobody has actually said they have taken the time to bathe or groom.
Yeah.
So if you don't say it, it didn't happen.
We're looking a little rough. Sliding up in
I did want to go swimming in that waterfall, thank you very much, because I hadn't bathed in a while. But no.
So
There might be sprites.
Should let them kidnap you.
and all you see is you assume from the way that it's dressed that it's male, but it's kind of androgynous in appearance.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody's getting sorted. But he's, this will not do.
Oh dear.
And he just kind of gestures, and you can actually feel the grime leaving your body.
Oh, so kind.
Oh.
And your
Getting a flea and
clothes,
tick wash.
your clothes are refreshed, and you actually feel clean for the first time in a couple of days.
That's nice.
Oh, trust me, that wasn't for you. That was for me. Nothing like the smell of wet dog.
Apologies.
Now, what in pray tell has brought you here?
We need
I
to
don't know how
find.
address them. Would we address them like Your Honor, Your Excellency, Your Elfishness? I mean, do I have any idea of how?
Lord, lady?
Highness. Something like
Elrond,
Grace?
is that you?
Your Grace? That's nice. I like that. Okay.
that.
So, yes. Renan?
Go ahead. I just was asking what you thought we should say.
I thought you were doing the talking. Alright, fine. I can do it, I suppose.
Dog comment made me a little ragey.
Keep it in check. Your Graces? We are searching for the last remaining family of the White Howlers.
And why should I help you find that family?
Well, because we're trying to find a way to stop the vampires from wiping out all werewolves from existence.
And who knows what other things they're gonna wanna kill.
Why would the vampires seek to wipe out all werewolves from existence? I'm sure not all vampires are doing such, considering that I know of at least 2 cairns that have arrangements with their liege lords who happen to be undead.
Well, okay. The ones that we have come across were, what did they call themselves? Malkavian?
Malkavian's a family of vampires.
Well, this one was a Malkavian. Quite crazy, dressed like a jester, used my father's skull as a puppet. Do we still have that map?
No, it went poof, remember?
No, that was the thing with the big spiral on it. Was that also on the map?
No, that was not the map.
Do we still have the map with all the markings?
The one that Batty made? That one?
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I have it.
Can I see it written?
Here it is.
So I take it out and I say, may I?
Please.
So I walk up and I show him and I say, these are the sigils of all the werewolves. This was our home. This was her home. They're gone. They've been wiped out. Now, if you see this map, you also see that the other marks on it are not just werewolves. There's bears and wherever all the other creatures. Are any of your family's markings on here?
A few here and there, but there's one that is actually on. He takes it from you. I've seen this one before. A long time ago. This is also a family of vampires known as Zamitsi. They're from... Istanbul? No, it's not Istanbul yet.
Constantinople.
Yeah, Constantinople area. And now I have that song stuck in my head. But they're known for flesh crafting, for lack of a better term. They like to build things out of dead things, and then...
That sounds familiar.
That sounds awfully familiar.
But what you need to understand is, much like every tribe of werewolves is different, or every dreaming of fae is different, the different vampire clans are different and have different motives and proclivities. My suggestion would be to talk to the widow and find out more about her liege lord.
And where, Pertel, would we find her?
Is he talking about the tall blonde lady? Where we
The
just
widow.
The one who's alpha now because her husband's dead?
Right.
That widow?
Okay.
Well, ask him if that's the widow.
It's the widow, a tall blonde lady, lives in a
werewolfish.
She,
Where do you mean werewolf-ish? She is a werewolf, and her
I know. Well, I'm just
okay.
son's a raving lunatic.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, we're on the
Bring
same
it out.
page. Same woman. Got it. All right, we'll talk to her. But I suppose the question would also be, do you by chance know where the other family is?
I'll make a deal with you. Something that we Fae love to do anyway. I'm gonna make
here's
a
where we
deal.
get screwed.
Find out what exactly is going on and why suddenly the undead have decided to attack your kind.
Okay.
See, in the old days, I would have given you a riddle, but
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Or, do this and then you owe me this.
find out, and if there's enough cause, then yes, I will definitely point you in the right direction.
And if not,
And
You won't.
the human gets it.
He's
Fair
gonna
enough.
get it.
Down, girl.
But until then, there's nothing more I can do for you. I will tell you this. There are some vampires who simply wish to be left alone. They weren't born to what they are. They unfortunately became what they are.
Mhm.
Take that into consideration while dealing with them.
Sounds like curses.
All right. Thank you very much.
And he gestures in a Pooka dressed in servant's livery.
Oh.
Very, very bright and colorful servant's livery. Comes up and he's holding a silver tray that's covered with a cloche. And he offers it.
What is this?
When you have the information I'm looking for, just drop that in the center of any fairy circle and you'll be transported back directly to me.
Ah. Thank you.
And you open the cloche and there's actually a golden acorn.
All right. Well, I put the cloche and acorn in my pouch and.
Well, you try to take the cloche and he's like, hey, that's mine.
Apologies.
The acorn is your.
All right. So I put the acorn in my bag and.
They try to take the cloche. Can't trust some people. Sheesh. And he wanders away.
All right. How do we get back?
The seneschal will see you out. He brought you to me.
Thank you. Let's go before the fairies turn us into toads.
Oh, that was so last century.
Waiting for them to offer us something to eat so we could stay here forever.
That's very True Blood.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Faye.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any deformed kids to leave on rocks for you. That's just
You could have yeeted little children from the village down there. All right.
Wow.
Wow. All right. So out we go and back we go.
So he leads you back out. And you actually, if you look under that tree that had the dragon, you actually see there's actually a Pooka curled up with it, reading a book.
Is he reading to the dragon?
No, he's just reading a book. The dragon's still snoring.
Oh, okay. That's still cute though.
Like that is ridiculously cute.
And then you actually see the Pooka light his pipe off of the dragon.
Nice.
Wow.
But you basically are escorted back to the fairy circle, and okay, so is everybody ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have fun, and I'm just gonna stay here, and yeah. So if I see you in the Umbra, it's just me, and yeah.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
All right, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Now, kitty.
Wow.
Can we get that clipped? Just saying.
Can someone clip that?
Oh great!
Chris?
Dragon? No,
Set-
dragon?
Set me up for some copyright infringement. Damn.
Nice.
I can't. I died.
Chris?
Celtic.
I'm dead.
Nick?
Kenny, is that you?
No.
Well, Laughing Fox said she died. So, I mean, that's Kenny, right?
Can you clip? Okay. Thank you, Nick. Okay.
So, what do we think? Do we talk to Batty about what we've learned so far, or do we go straight to the Alpha?
I think we need to talk to Batty first.
I mean, I'm not saying that the Fae, have tricked us in any way, but it would be
I'd
the
rather,
first time. that they've done it.
I'd rather talk to Batty first.
Just
I think we should talk to Batty, but I also think that we should. I'm very curious about why he said talk to the widow.
Well, she's the widow. She's the Alpha now because the Alpha died and she was married to him.
Right, but
He
he
said talk to the widow about her liege lord.
about her liege lord.
Right before he died, I'm assuming, or does she have someone above her? 'Cause she seems like she's pretty much in charge here.
Right, but he said that some of the liege lords were vampires.
Vampires.
Right.
So
There's a vampire controlling that village.
and we basically just left our village in their
Yeah.
hands.
Fucking hell.
Back we go.
I knew some of us should have stayed behind. I knew it.
Can we take the Umbra to get back faster?
Oh, I mean,
There's a pond of water there.
once you go, you're bam back in the fairy circle. Like as soon as you guys step through, and
But it's a
the Pooka
30-minute
steps by-
walk. So that's what I was saying.
Or a 20-minute run.
I was gonna say a 15-minute run. Get moving.
Well, actually, you can make it a 10-minute run for you guys if you shift to wolf form, and then poor Henry's just going to be the one going.
In my armor. Don't get
I mean,
anything
he
as I
can
go.
sit on someone's back.
I mean,
can't
I
he?
suppose we could carry him.
No.
He can be on someone's back.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
carrying him.
offering. Carry him.
I don't mind.
I won't be a pack animal for a human.
Well, I will be so.
All right. So do we need to roll the shift?
Actually, yes.
What are we rolling?
Your gnosis.
Look out my noses.
Kitty,
Good.
what are you? Kitty.
Good.
Ow.
Okay. Renan and Eris. Yeah, you two are not at peace with yourself.
I don't
So
understand how people can have 7 in Gnosis.
because they spent the points in
I
it.
spent all my extra points on it.
Damn.
You guys can actually burn a rage if you want. So you can basically spend a rage point.
I don't know how many rage points I have.
Hold on, I will open your sheet.
I have 1 in rage.
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. Since you didn't fail the check, I will say that instead of being an instantaneous shift, your shift actually took a little bit longer, but you are able to shift into your wolf form.
Okay.
But you guys are still kind of rattled, so it's understandable because
Yeah.
Renan's rattled by the whole slavery thing, and then you lost Dad, so yeah. It's understandable.
Yeah,
All right.
You know, Batty's probably dead now.
Batty survived a vampire. I'm pretty sure that Batty can handle it.
Okay, so you guys
Probably another vampire.
come bursting out of the woods expecting flame and smoke and Death.
Carnage.
and you hear laughter of children playing in the field. You hear, the smell of, cooking. Life is good in this village right now.
Okay.
That's a relief.
Are we seeing any of our people?
Oh yeah, like there's some of the kids from your village and they're playing with the kids from this town. So yeah.
I gotta mute. That's the tortoise. Sorry.
Oh. So can we just shift back, or we're gonna take a look?
Oh, yeah.
at- All right. So I shift back and I'm kind of cautiously looking around.
No, and in fact, you're actually close to the hut from their version of Batty.
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually hear Batty and him bickering about the appropriate use of different herbs and various insults being thrown around. So, Batty's fine.
Excellent.
Renan, did you want to stop and talk to Batty, or should we go talk to the widow first?
Not sure. It
I
just
think we
seems
need to
too-
find out what this widow has and who her liege lord is, because he could be a vampire who just wants to be
Right,
left
but-
alone. But then again, he might not be.
But we're being awfully trusting, and I don't like it. Everybody we meet, we tell them our tale of woe, and everybody says the same thing. Oh, why would vampires want to do that? Well, so it's not like we just be like, chick, what's up with your liege lord? We can't, we have to be a little more stealthy here. We
Yeah.
can't just
I think that's why you should talk to Batty.
something's not right.
Or I could just bleed it out of her.
Talk to Batty.
What? See,
You
right
care
now,
about 2 steps, human.
I'm imagining the Mission Impossible theme with played on lutes and panpipes right now.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, it's just
Oh my gosh.
obviously something's not right. And I mean, it
I
might
wonder.
not be. It might not be anything, but this is not the time to make that mistake.
I have an idea, Renan.
What is it?
Okay, so if anyone asks, we couldn't see the Fae.
Okay, and maybe we should just eavesdrop and sneak around a bit.
That's what I would like Vela and Syrantis and Henry to do. You and I, let's go find the histories room.
I'm not exactly a sneaky person.
Fine, you can
Take
come
off
with
the
us,
metal.
human.
Could just be normal. I mean, as much as could possibly be.
But if we find their histories room, because if you remember ours, they kept extensive records of who came in and whose alliances we had and all that. Of course, that was before the vampires set it on fire, but, whatever. But there's not saying that they wouldn't have one as well. So perhaps we could find out who their liege lord was without having to ask her.
That's an idea. Guess everybody else just needs to keep their ears open for, I don't know, idle talk, gossip, rumors, whatever you can bring back.
Yeah.
okay, so you two are going to sneak off and explore, correct?
Apparently.
Okay. So I am going to pull up a character sheet. All right. So I'm going to need a dexterity and subterfuge roll from both of you.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys do find the histories room. You had a couple of close calls with servants and other people. And actually the widow's son was one of the ones that almost discovered you. But as you can see, he failed his role. So did not get enough successes. So you did find it. So we'll come back to you.
Okay.
the 3 others, you can basically all that you're hearing is that so far the villagers that came with you have been able to settle in for the most part. There's some of them are still having the same issues that you'd expect, as far as wondering where their parents are, stuff like that. That's really the little kids. So Sarantius and Henry are probably like, yeah, whatever. That's probably hitting Cavella kind of hard, though.
Tiny little bit, yeah.
Tiny little bit. But I mean, for the most part, everything's fine. You're not really hearing anything outstanding or anything super secretive, anything like that. Now, one thing you do hear is that apparently the Duke's man is going to be here to collect the taxes this evening. So, sorry, apologize. If you would roll a intelligence check.
Who?
Just roll your intelligence.
Well, first, I gotta figure out what my intelligence is. Oh. Apparently not that smart.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Well, intelligence in politics or intelligence in law, anything like that.
I have nothing in politics and nothing in law.
Okay, so just the intelligence roll. I got it. Sarantius, the same. What's that?
Nothing. I just saw something. Doesn't matter.
Intelligence and what? Sorry, my cat.
Law or politics.
Oh yeah, see, I'm super intelligent.
Just like me.
Okay, so there's one thing that strikes you as about odd. Why is the Duke's man going to be here this evening to pick up the tax? Why is this going to happen in the evening? Why isn't it, during the day or something like that? So that's something that strikes you as odd. All right, so back to Renan and Eris.
You need me to cover up?
Yes, you guys can cover up.
Right.
All right, so you are in. So you're in the secrets room. So what I'm going to need you to do is roll. And let me get the character sheet back up. Perception and investigation, if you have it.
Okay.
If you don't have it, enigmas would also work.
Oh, I have more in enigmas, I think. Nope, it's the same.
Wow. I don't see shit.
Okay. So get back here. Okay, so Eris, you didn't see anything. But damn, Renan, okay. So you find some documents where basically it shows that this village, this town, is under the protection of a local duke, and is actually
It's a lot.
And it has actually been under the protection of the same Duke for like the last 150 years.
Ding, ding, ding. We found our vampire.
Yeah, and also lists when taxes are going to be collected. He is not named in this document.
Does he have a sigil?
Yes. The sigil actually looks like a shield with a broken scepter.
Okay. And does it match any of the vampiric symbols that we know?
Not any of the ones that you have seen. And let me do this real quick.
Oh god.
Fantabulous. All right. And just as you're pointing this out, and you've like, we found it. You hear that same voice from the blonde from earlier. And what the hell do you think you're
Learning your histories.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hobby.
And this is where we'll end it for this week.
We're in so much trouble.
Wow.
All the trouble.
All the trouble.
All the trouble.
All the trouble indeed. You guys can come back on camera.
I keep forgetting I have eidetic memory. That's why I keep asking you all these questions. Because I can remember nothing.
Well, hey, eidetic memory means that your character does.
Right, so that's why I keep asking. Like,
So I'm going to have to start writing stuff down so I can remember what your character remembers, if that makes sense.
I try to do that, but it's
All right.
sweet space in between.
So, yeah. All right, so let's do the outros. Amy, you first.
Hey, I'm Amy, also known as Mouthy Wench. I stream Mondays. I don't stream Mondays.
What? You work Mondays?
You stream Mondays? Awesome, I'll watch.
I know. I stream usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, very early Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes on Tuesday nights, but not very often. I am streaming this coming Friday for Valentine's Day. We're going to play Perfect Date, which is a kitty cat dating simulator.
Jesus.
It's gonna be amazing.
Where did you find that?
Steam?
It's on Steam, and
Okay,
there won't
I'm
be
looking
drinks,
for that.
unfortunately, because I am on call. But we will have a good time trying to find the pussy of our dreams, I guess.
Wow.
Perfect. Love it.
And hey, Monk.
I don't even know what to say after that.
I don't know. You just got distracted by finding the perfect pussy. I mean, it is what it is.
a dildo. No, I'm
Do
a
your
monk.
outro in the voice.
Yes, you have to.
No, you have to.
I don't want to. Oh God, no.
I love it.
No, I'm a monk. I stream whenever because I'm a lazy bastard, and
He also
I'm
works
usually-
ridiculously a lot.
yeah, I sometimes do tend to do that. I don't know. I stream stupid shit like Dead by Daylight, play with friends. That's pretty much it.
And James.
Red Talk.
James died. He died.
Well, I thought it was
He
bad.
says again, I'm still laughing.
Wow.
Well, James streams occasionally, and
Link in
and the link's in the chat. So he's amazing,
Okay,
and
then.
wonderful person. Check him out. He's great. There's his outro.
He's still laughing. I don't know what he's laughing at. Nobody's doing anything funny in here. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
This is just
Just
normal.
talking about pussy. That's all. we're
This
talking
is normal. This really is normal.
This really is normal for my channel, to be fair.
And Ginger?
Hi, I'm the Ginger89. You can find me on the link in the chat. I stream usually Mondays.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to. I usually play FPS games, horror adventure. Da. I don't know. Hi.
And Pagan.
Hi, I'm Pagan. You guys know me because you're on my channel. So I play a lot of ESO. I used to play a lot of Realm until they broke it. I don't play that much anymore. And yeah, we talk about wonderful lewd things and do lots of witchcraft on my channel and tarot reads. Come check it out. It's great. So yeah, and Papa.
I'm Papa Bear, 1015. I've been the game master for these wonderful, wonderful people, putting them through so much and killing my
trauma.
so much trauma and killing my voice with some of the voices that I do. But yeah, I stream whenever I can. Usually, here lately it's been COD. I'm thinking about playing some other stuff, some single player stuff coming up, but usually it's going to be Saturdays and Saturdays. So yeah, only one day a week. But yeah, it's been fun, and thank you guys so much for tuning into this adventure.
If you guys missed it, this video will be up on YouTube in a couple of days. It takes forever and a day to actually get it on YouTube because they're usually really big files. We don't have a YouTube command yet. I need to make one.
Yeah.
Put that on the list of things to do.
Yeah.
Celtic.
You'll do it now. Okay. You'll do it no, but I think you meant now.
He said it, but with a Scottish accent. So.
Yeah. It didn't.
Legit new.
He's trying to become Celtic. No, that's the other country.
The other side.
That's the other one. But yeah, so if everybody will sit tight for just a few minutes, I'm going to find somebody to raid, but I'm going to take us over to our ending screen. So just sit tight, everybody, and we will be back if y'all will mute.
See you next Sunday.